Hello, just a quick update here. I have some corrections to make after yesterday's video. But first of all, I'd like to say thank you so much for all the feedback, both positive and negative. It's all instructive and important to me, and I'm taking it all into consideration going forward, figuring out how to make the experience of being one of my customers as good as it can be, especially in this extremely chaotic and nerve-wracking period in global trade. You'll hear my kids screaming upstairs. It's still summer vacation here, and this is just what it is like. But in any case, I made one miscalculation yesterday, and that was I said I wanted to stick the shipping into the main price of each item. Now, the idea behind that was to make it easier for you. But what's going to happen instead, if I keep it this way, is you'll be paying tariff or VAT or whatever on the entire item, including the shipping. Whereas if I split them up for you, you can pay tariff or tax or whatever on just the product and not the shipping. And so obviously that'll be less money out of your pocket, and that's better for everybody. So I've changed it back, changed some of the prices, and I've still tried to make it as fair as possible across the globe. And so all the pricing has changed. I'm still taking a bit of a hit. You are still taking a bit of a hit. But I think all in all it's going to be a more fair and balanced thing going forward. And so hopefully, I mean, that's the idea anyway. But again, I mean, feel free to let me know if I've done any other mistakes, and we'll just adjust it as it comes. So thank you for your time. Now, let's listen to some cool stuff. This year I've released a bunch of pedals, and that's risky in a situation like this. But you know, that's what I do. I like making stuff, and I like for you to be able to experience them. But one thing that's constant for at least 2 of the products or 3 other products that I've released this year is they come with very interesting preamps, and so I thought I'd show you today the difference between the preamp in Vrij and in Fjär, and then what happens when we stack them together. Now, personally, I'm like a fuzz guy, right? I like a high dynamic range, kind of like a fuzz face thing into a Marshall stack, and that becomes my whole thing. Turn it on, turn down my guitar if I want a clean sound, and I turn it back on if I want overdrives and distortion, and a full tilt if I want just like this sort of liquid, flattened, heavily compressed, fuzzy lead tone. But some of you guys like overdrives, and I don't quite understand it personally. But if you stick these 2 things together and treat them as just boosters, they can make some really magical overdrive tones. So let me show you this. Now, my pricing is as good as it's going to get for a long time right now. So if you want these, if you have one and you want the other, and then, I mean, this is a good time. Right now, it looks like shipping happens 3 to 4 weeks after you place an order. So just keep that in mind. Nothing that I do or anyone else does is going to be something that we can promise to happen immediately, because this is just how it is right now. Everything is absolutely messed up. And I'm slowly working towards getting back ahead of the curve. And you guys are helping me every time you order something, and I'm extremely grateful for it. I couldn't do it without you. So let's check these things out. All right, so I've set them up as just pure preamps. So all the reverb is on. No, I mean off on the Fjär, and all the vibey stuff is off on the Vrij. And so let's just listen to the clean tone. This is the Vrij preamp at full tilt. It sounds different in the 2 modes. So yeah, I mean, lots of fun. Now, of course, you could bring in some of that stuff. So yeah, I think, lots of fun. I think these two are some of the most delightful pedals I've ever made. So, hey, go grab one if you want to. You'll get it in time. And thank you so much for watching.